Hey everyone, it's Gabrielle and I'm here with another art therapy video. Today we're doing session 2. Hopefully you watched session 1. It's already posted, so if you haven't yet, after this you can also watch session 1 to be able to do art therapy again. Today we have yarn art, so we're going to be working with yarn today, and also we're going to be going through to let go of perfection and expectations within ourselves. So let's dive right in to this art therapy. Alright, so before we get started, I got my Canson mixed media paper, but you know, if you got Canva, I'm gonna say Canva. If you have a canvas or if you have other paper, you can also use that. If you want to use watercolor, you can also use that for this project. Both will go hand in hand. Alright, so I'm going to use my specialty paper. Alright, I'm going to give you a little ASMR for this. Alright, I had to fold both edges because the paper is a heavyweight paper, so you know. Alright, so here we go. Now, let me do it down here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is place my paper on the board. So I'm going to do my, let's see here, edge to edge, and you know, you don't got to do it all the way on the paper. Just literally get like a little baby edge of the paper. So paper is taped down, so now we can get into our materials for this event. For this art therapy, as I mentioned before, we're going to use paper, Canva. Y'all know I be on Canva too much because I can't say it right, but canvas, watercolor paper, any of that sort. Today you're gonna need black acrylic paint, if not acrylic, watercolor, but either or, watercolor, acrylic, remember that one. And then what you also want is a bowl with a spoon. So also after that, you're gonna want some paintbrushes. And then you're going to also want some yarn. Because we're doing yarn art, you're going to want to get a piece of yarn. This is my yarn right here. I didn't have actually yarn itself. I thought I did, but I think I threw it away a while ago. I don't use yarn too much. So I actually found this. This is kind of like one of those cords for when you're making like necklaces. And you want to put the necklace through there. And you can tie them up on your neck like this. So this is one of those, but I felt that this will still work the same. So if you don't have yarn itself and you have something like this, a cord like, something like stringy like, you can definitely do that. That is a good improvise for that. I had to I'm kind of like pulling, tugging at it so it can kind of like loosen up. So I've been doing that before I started doing the recording. Also, you want a paint palette too as well. I have my paints. So you can have your paint set on the side. Later we'll get into like more colors, but right now definitely put out your black acrylic paint or watercolor paint. I have my water so I can wash off my paintbrushes, and then I just have like this little bottle for what we're gonna do for the bowl as well. But yeah, other than that, that's all your materials that you will need. If you want to use something else differently, you surely can. Please don't think you have to use the same stuff that I'm using. You can use your own stuff. Anything you want to use, you can still do the concept any other way. So yeah, let's get into the artwork now that we're going to create. First, what we're going to do is, what we're going to do first is we're going to get our water in our water bottle. And we're going to pour the water into the teaspoon. Well, into the teaspoon. We're going to pour the water into the spoon a little bit. So you just want a little teaspoon of water. I'm just going to pour it in the bowl like that. And then I'm going to pour some paint in the bowl. So you can pour as much as you want, but we just want a little bit of paint. Alright, so we're gonna stir the water up with the paint. I'm sorry if my camera is kind of blurry a little bit. And then next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our cord now and we're gonna keep one end clean. So we're gonna hold one end and then the other we're gonna drop into the bowl. Now my cord could be potentially too long, but you can make it however you want and what fits you. So I'm gonna put this in here. So what you want to do is you want to use your paintbrush to coat your cord. So you want to make sure you get that paint on top of it. Let's see. This is my first time doing this, everyone. So if it's your first time, we're going to learn this together. Let's see. Alright, so we're just going to keep putting paint down. Try to get as much as you can. And remember to hold that clean part so you can be able to take the cord and drip it onto your paper. Alright, and you can also do this with watercolor as well on your yarn. However, I would suggest acrylic probably because this really gets on there. So your cord should be lathered up now. So I'm going to just put my paintbrush in here. So what I'm going to do, I guess I'll start right here. So what I'm going to do is now you have your clean part of your yarn and you're going to now drip your yarn onto your paper, making abstract lines. So here we go. Alright. Ooh, that's cool. Just kind of dripping it however on here. No right or wrong. I kind of really lathered it up so I don't really have to go back too many times. Let's see there. Oh, I like that. That is actually pretty cool. Okay, let's see here. Let's do some more. So you can do it as many times as you want. I've seen one, I don't know if you all have seen it. I'm going to kind of get some more paint a little bit. I've seen one where you can pull the yarn and it makes like this cool kind of feather look like this right here. Alright, so I'm going to drip it down again. Let's see if I do swirls. Ooh. This is pretty cool. Alright. So yeah, definitely just keep swirling your string. And this is really good because this can help address inner conflict while you're doing it. I'm definitely kind of feeling some vibes as I'm doing it. It's like you want to like really make sure that it's perfect, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, and that's where letting go of perfectionism and expectations goes. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, let's see. Alright, so we're going to set the yarn to the side. So now you have your art piece with the abstract in it. Your lines is going through the paper. There's no right or wrong direction. And now what you want to do is let your artwork dry. Probably I'll say for maybe 3 to 4 minutes, just because there is water, so it might take some time to just dry up some as well. If it doesn't take that long, definitely keep going and diving in. We're gonna let this dry and we're gonna be right back. So if you're still doing this, keep doing it. If you're wanting to make more lines, keep doing that as well. I'm gonna let this dry and we'll be right back. So we are back. Our painting has dried some. There's a few wet spots, but it's not too crazy where you can't paint around it. So we let a lot of that dry. Don't feel like you have to let it dry fully. As long as your paint is dried up on the edges, like right here, you're good. There might be some extra dry. There might be extra wet, a little more wet spots, just because it could be more paint on that area. So we're gonna put our black paint up. But what we're gonna do now, since this is dry, is that we're gonna paint the insides of our abstract lines that we have made with our yarn. What I'm gonna do is grab some colors. You can choose however many colors you want. This green must be my thing right now. Keep grabbing that one. Let's get some yellows in there. Ooh, this must be my colors right now. And then should we throw some oranges? Ooh. Okay, here we go. We got 4 colors. So we got turquoise. I'm gonna put this in my color palette. This is the perfect time to get your color palette now. So we're gonna put that in the color palette. That actually, and you can just pour like a little bit of paint down, because you might or might not use all of it. So this way, kind of can spread it out. All right. So we got turquoise. We have green, purple, and then we have yellow. So these are our 4 colors. You can choose one color, you can choose 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. However many colors you want. So let's see. I'm probably gonna use my smaller brush because there's a little more smaller areas and details. Alright. And this underneath the board is a sheet that I usually use when I paint. So the cool thing is that when I'm taking out the water, I just dab it on the sheet. You can do it on a towel, so whichever works best for you. Alright, so let's get started. I can like already feel my mind trying to go into like a different space with it. See. Yep, so now you can paint this however you want. If you want to paint over the black a little bit, you definitely can do that. I'll probably be doing that too myself. And there's no right or wrong way to paint this. It's whatever you're feeling like being expressive with during this time. This is pretty cool. Alright, so as we paint together, let's explore different feelings and emotions as we're doing this. How did you feel when you first started doing the yarn art? When you started putting like the paint down, getting the yarn prepped before you actually did put it on the paper. How was that process for you throughout the time? And like I mentioned before, this exercise is here to help us address inner conflict that we have. this is definitely helping with inner conflict for myself doing this. It's kind of letting me tap into any conflicts I'm having within myself or with external things or internal things too as well. This can definitely help with exploring your feelings and how you feeling right now. I'm big on what does the colors are expressing too while you're doing this. So if there's anything that the colors are expressing to you, are the colors representing anything that you once seen before or felt, or how does that look like for you? Right. Also, when you're painting, you can paint outside in the bigger negative space, or you can stop your paint where it's at. Don't feel like you have to go all out and paint the background while you're doing this. This is nice how you can be able to go in between with colors. Alright, so this is actually looking pretty well. I'm liking how it's actually turning out to be. Looks pretty good. I mentioned this in my last session that when you're doing this, please do not feel like you have to be the greatest artist in the world and creating realistic art, or, well, I guess I'll say realism art. This is literally for anyone and everyone. Let's see. Yeah, there's no right or wrong to this, and we can create this however we see fit. I mean, you don't even have to do the concept. Maybe you want to try your own and see what that looks like. I'm just gonna clean my paintbrush off now. Switch over to colors. And you also can have any structure you want to have any structure you want to paint this as. Please do not feel like you have to paint everything the same way I'm painting it or doing. If you feel comfortable with just painting one color, going to the next, that is totally okay. as you're doing this, just some exploratory questions. How did you feel making a painting when you didn't have much control over the results? Did you feel like it needed to be perfect? Did you feel like you had to keep starting over? Was there something you didn't like about it? Was there something you did like about it? Sometimes we may feel like we don't have a lot of control over a lot of our own situations, and this can be an outlet to tap into that. See why you may need more control, or you may need a better result out of something. And this is just me reflecting as well. I can definitely tell as I was doing this that I was yearning for a sense of control and trying to be a little bit perfect, and I should not have done that because this piece is not a perfect piece, and that's the good part about it. And that's why I enjoy abstract as well, is because it's so imperfect that there's no rules or regulations to what abstract art should be. And honestly, even art in general, there should be no rules to it. Yeah, art is really just our documentation of history, emotions, feelings, and our deepest dimensions that we live in. Like that purple. Right. Is there other spots? It is. I'll probably too go back with another color I probably already used, but I just wanted to lay down some of my colors. I got some of that black in here. This is what being imperfection is. Sometimes you might have to mix some colors that you intend to do. Let's see. Alright, so now I'm on to the yellow. Yellow is such a pretty color too. I see why people like the color yellow. Blue is my favorite color, but yellow is a nice pretty color as well. Doing this, going back to addressing inner conflict, I think this is really helping me address the inner conflicts that I've had. I'm going to also use a different color. Red? Let's do red. So, as you see, you can add more colors to your color palette. Don't feel like you have to use all the same color. This is just me playing around. This is what I like the most too, is because you can paint and see if you want to add more, take some away, what looks best. And I'm not really, honestly, I'm not going with a color scheme or theme or nothing of that sort. I'm really just playing around with the colors and seeing what works in these areas. And honestly, I'm kind of just making it all up, and I think that's what Actually, not kind of, I am. I'm making all this color patterns up and seeing what works, what doesn't work. But it's working out. And going back to addressing inner critic, sometimes those voices in our inner self are louder than usual. So that goes with the question, did any critical voices come up while you were doing this? And if so, how are you responding to it? What are your emotions towards it? Are you thinking about something other than what you're doing at the moment? Are you reflecting on something? Is there something that's speaking to you right now? Right. So I am going to finish painting this. So we'll finish painting and then we'll see the finished piece after. So as I'm doing this, feel free to follow along, or if you want to go at your own pace, however that looks for you, please go ahead. So this is the last of it. So I am all finished. Hopefully you are all finished. If not, it's totally okay. You keep going at your own pace and we'll get to the end. So what I'm going to do is sign the bottom. Alright, so if you have not signed your paper once you're done, always sign your artwork so people know who the artist is. You know that it was your own creation, hands on. What I'm gonna do first is, before I show you this all the way, I'm gonna take off the tape, so just so you can see a little bit of the tape come off some. So you don't have to rip the tape off or anything, just slowly peeling it off the paper. You don't have to get it nowhere fancy or special. Alright, so this is our finished piece here. This looks beautiful. I love it. Hopefully you all send me your artwork so I can be able to see it. Definitely you can DM me, or you can also check out my website. You can also contact me on there. You can send it to me on email. My email my email is also on my website, so definitely you can send it to my email. But yeah, this is our yarn art abstract piece. I love the colors and how everything was utilized. We did the yarn art too as well, so that's awesome. So yeah, this is the art piece. I definitely enjoyed doing this. I felt like I definitely got in deep and discovered with my inner conflicts. I am definitely experiencing some inner conflicts, so this is truly helping me. Hopefully this helped you too as well. And also, this is a great way to soothe your anxiety. This is a great relaxation. Feel free to keep making more of this. When I was doing it, I was like, I gotta do this again, because I really liked just being able to drip the yarn into the water and paint, and being able to drip it on top of the paper. I think that was really nice. So yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this. Let's see here. But yeah, as we did this, we explored different questions. You can also go back into the video to see what kind of questions we explored. If you want to react yourself to those questions, just really tap into how you're feeling. I think this was awesome to be able to use turquoise, purple, red, green, yellow. A lot of these colors I did not have in mind. I just chose them right off the box, and this is what we came up with. So yeah, you can definitely leave these open spots open if you're doing this again, or just kind of wondering what to do as well. So before I end off, let's do our color representation of what these colors mean. I'm in ChatGPT and I put in what are the meaning of colors. You can do it on ChatGPT, you can do it on Google, you can do it on Gemini. I just went to chat because it was already on my phone. Because turquoise is similar to blue, I'm gonna say that it still is a representation of trust, calmness, stability, and professionalism. Purple is a representation of royalty, luxury, wisdom, and mystery. And let's see, we have yellow, which is a representation of happiness, optimism, intellect, and caution. And then that is, oh, green. So green is a representation of growth, nature, health, and prosperity. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, and then red is passion, love, energy, danger, and power. Interesting. Okay, this is why it's good to go over your colors, because sometimes you don't realize you are connecting with these colors emotionally, and you subconsciously are choosing these colors from wherever your conscious is really going through. So I can definitely say all these colors have been a representation of my inner conflict, outer conflict. I've definitely been experiencing a lot of this stuff. Even like the purple mystery, like, yes, that thing's been a complete mystery for me at times. I love the royalty and the luxury and the wisdom as well from the purple. Yellow said something too. Oh yeah, yellow, happiness, optimism, intellect, and caution. So yeah, I've definitely been having this optimism feeling, even like happiness feeling. Like it's a lot of different emotions going through here for sure. And definitely I'm grateful to have done this one. This connects with a lot of the last art session. Definitely go back to that one to see what the colors from the last art session represented in the last picture. The green, prosperity, is the same word I put on the last art therapy session of, we did how to give yourself guidance and give and take. So definitely check that one out. That was a fun one too as well. But yeah, prosperity was one of the words. So I'm kind of like taking back that that same word was something I put down on my last painting. So yeah, if you have not, definitely check out what your colors mean. You just want to be able to dive deeper into what you're doing. And even though you might just feel like, oh, I'm just painting a picture, paint and putting some stuff down, it's so much deeper than what you're actually seeing. And why are these colors the way they are, or why did you place your yarn art the way it is, you know? So dig deep, think of the things you were feeling as well as you were painting. A lot of the times I didn't say too much just because I was also myself thinking of different things that I was painting. So as you're painting, definitely think and think of what inner conflicts you're having, what expressions you're expressing through your painting as well. You not having control over your artwork, you can definitely tap into that. Not having too much control. I mean, we had to really just go with it, without having no plan at all. And that's why I do this without having any plan at all, because without the plan shows so much more before we actually plan it out. So this is definitely really good. Did you have any critical voices in your mind? I definitely had some going. I was definitely kind of cautious of some of the colors I put. I definitely could tell I was kind of thinking a little bit more about it, and when I did, I tried to instantly like switch it off and just place a color anywhere that I could. So yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed this. If I can leave you with anything and a question for you to think about, I would say, how would you describe your feeling after this exercise? How did you feel after this exercise? And where did you take you afterwards? How does your day play out after you've done this exercise? So definitely tap into those questions, and yeah. Also, before I end this off, I want you to know that I am not a licensed therapist. This is for entertainment purposes, and I'm just here to express my feelings along with being with you all and hoping you all can express your feelings too as well. This is non-costly. This is completely free. We are on YouTube, so definitely check out more art therapy videos. You can get supplies less than $10 to $5, so please do not feel like you got to spend a lot of money. This is a great way just to express yourself and give yourself a positive way to release any negative energy. Even if you're going through something positive and you want to express that. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the channel and art therapy sessions in any form, please check out the website. And we have a donation page. We also have merch, paintings as well, where you can also support. This will help the channel, and this will also help the brand that I have, Gab, as well, to be able to get more materials for you and paintings and more art therapy videos out for you. So if you want to see more videos, like and subscribe, check the notification button, tell everyone art therapy time, and we need these sessions going. All right, see ya.